Hi, this is Professor Buckwalter. Today we'll look at some examples of modular arithmetic. Our first example says, what number plus 5 would be congruent to 3 in mod 8? What numbers would be congruent to 3 in mod 8? Well, 3 is congruent to 11, because if I add 8 to 3, if you divide 8 into 11, you'd have a remainder of 3, which is congruent to 19, which is congruent to 27. If you divide 8 into 27, it has a remainder of 3, so we could write infinitely many numbers. But what we're trying to do is get a sum of 11. Because I know 6 plus 5 would be 11. Or we could do 14, but I'm going to look for the smallest number. So our answer will be 6 is our unknown number, because 6 plus 5 would be 11, and 11 is a congruent number to 3 in mod 8. Our next example, 5 in mod 5 is 0. 10 in mod 5 is 0. So our answer will be 0 in mod 5. 8. I would write all the numbers that are congruent to 8 in mod 9. So 8 is congruent to 17, to 26, to 35. Okay. Now, one of the things you might want to notice here is what are the numbers that are congruent to 6? 6 is congruent to 15, which is congruent to 24, which is congruent to 33. And there would be more. But those are the first 4. Is there any numbers that we see that when we subtract, we would get 8? Well, 15 minus 7 would give us 8. Six is congruent to 15, so I'm just replacing the 6 with a 15, and then I'm asking, what can I subtract in order to get 8? And I know that would be 7. So 6 minus 7 is congruent to 8. So our answer here is 7. Let's look at some more examples. So we want to add. We want 3. So we're going to add something to 4 to get something that's congruent to 3 in mod 6. So 3 is congruent to 9. It's congruent to 15. And there's a whole lot more. All we have to do is keep adding 6. Because whenever we divide, we will always get the remainder of 3. But I saw 9, so I know the question mark here is 5. Because 4 plus 5 would be 9, and 9 is congruent to 3 in mod 6. What number minus 3 will give us 4 in mod 8? I'm looking for a number that, when I subtract, I get a 4, and 7 works, because 7 minus 3 is congruent to 4 in mod 8. One minus what number will be equal to 2 in mod 5? Well, 1 is congruent to 6. And now I think I already found something. I could write 6 minus what number is equal to 2 is congruent to 2. And that would be 4. So our answer would be 4. Okay, hope some of these examples get you started in solving modular arithmetic problems. Keep asking those questions.